Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video for you today to share with you something that's been on my heart since I came back from Dallas last week. Many of you know I went to the Leadership Excellence Training in Dallas, Texas that was offered to the Jewels of Plexus. For the first time in the history of Plexus, they offered a special leadership and development, personal growth training for Jewels, and it was 4 different sessions, and I went to session 3 in Dallas, and it was absolutely incredible. One of the things, there were many, but one of the things that I brought back from that training is this, and I think it's going to get you guys so excited. It got me so excited. Okay, did you know that we have the opportunity with Plexus to design the life that we want to live? Think about that. We have the opportunity to design the life that we want to live. So I want you to think about that for a minute, and I'm going to tell you what that means to me. But what we were talking about whenever we were talking about designing the life that we want to live is that none of us want to work all the time, do we? A lot of people dream about the day that we're going to retire, and I don't know what that looks like for you. But for me, that looks like a couple different things. It looks like a deck in the Ozark Mountains overlooking, just the most beautiful view, just the Ozark Mountains with a valley in the middle and just the fog, drinking coffee every morning with my husband, quiet, watching the deer and the turkey, things like that. That's one vision that I have of retirement. Another vision is being on the beach in a nice beach house, laying out in the sun, listening to the waves crash. So I have a couple. So I need 2 houses. That's what I need. I need one on the beach and one in the Ozark Mountains. But that's what I imagine retirement to be like. And none of us are there yet, right? Some of you may be getting close, but most of us aren't quite to the retirement age yet. We're not quite ready to do that. And I know I'm not. I'm too focused on my dreams right now. I want to work. I want to work hard, but I want to be productive in the hours that I work. And also, I have a family. I have 4 beautiful little girls and a husband. And I know that they're only going to be in my home. These children are only going to be in our home for a season and time of our lives. And I don't want to miss it. I don't want to wake up one day and say, I lived my life working. I was the hardest worker that I knew. I worked harder than anybody else, and I worked for fun. I don't want to say that. I want to say that I lived and I designed the life that I wanted to live, and I was there for everything. I was there for all of my kids' first things. I was there for their ball games. I was there for their swimming lessons. I was there for their lives. That's my passion. My children, I want to be here and I want to enjoy every moment of their childhood as they grow into adults. And I can't do that if I'm working all the time, right? I can't do that if I'm working 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 hours a day. And you can't either. Whenever I worked at the bank, I was working 50 to 55 hours a week. I was coming home taking 9 college credit courses at night. And I was coming home to my 4 children. I was the busiest person I knew, and I didn't know any better. I just knew that was life. It was busy, 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 and I didn't want that. And luckily, Plexus came into my life, and I realized that if I worked my Plexus business with focus and intention, that Plexus would be the vehicle that would be able to allow me to quit my job and stay at home with my girls and realize my dream of being a stay-at-home mom. Now that I've achieved that, I have realized by going to this training that I have been doing myself a little bit of a disservice. I've been doing you all a disservice and my children. And so I'm speaking from the heart now, and I hope you guys hear this and you understand what I'm saying. I have been able to design the life that I want to live. I've been able to quit my job and stay at home with my girls and my husband too. We get to live our lives together and live life on our terms, make decisions that we want to make based on our values and our goals in life, and not necessarily what's in the bank account, which is nice. But what I have found is that, like many of you, I'm a slave to my cell phone. And what I mean by that is it seems like everywhere I go, the cell phone is in my hand or in my back pocket or in my purse. And what I have also found is that I have a problem. And my problem is that if I get a message, an email, a Facebook message, whatever it is, a text message, I can't see it on my phone without picking it up and responding. Oh, that's one of my weaknesses. Somebody sends me a message, and many of you can probably attest to, Renee is the fastest person in all of Plexus. If I send her a message, she's going to get right back to me, right? Some of you are like, yeah, Renee sends me a message, and 10 seconds later, she answers. That is actually one of my weaknesses, and it's something that I'm going to get better at, and I'm starting tomorrow. The best day to start something new is on a Monday, right? Well, I'm starting on Monday, February 29th with some office hours, and I'm going to tell you some tricks that I'm going to do in order to achieve this, okay? I want you all to know I love you. I love helping people. And I have been in customer service almost all my adult life, and I've had a lot of training in it. And customer service is very, very important to me. And I think that's why when I see a message come through, I feel like I have to respond quickly and promptly, because I want to provide the quality customer service that I would want to receive. And I hope that you guys treat your customers and your ambassadors the same way. But this is what I have found. Responding to someone in a few hours is usually okay. It doesn't have to be within a few minutes. And so what I am going to start doing is I'm going to follow some office hours. And I encourage each of you to do this as well, because a lot of you have a lot going on in your life, just like I did whenever I built my business in the very beginning when I was working at the bank, 55 hours a week, 9 college credit hours, and then doing Plexus and building Plexus up to Emerald during that time. You can be very, very busy, and you can have not very many hours in your day to build a very strong business in Plexus. I did that. Many people have done that. So you do not have to have 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week available to work your Plexus business. You don't. You can have 10 hours a week, and you can have 15 hours a week, or you can have 20. You can have whatever you have available to you, but you just have to be effective during that time. And I'm going to tell you what I've been doing and what my weakness is right now. I've not had office hours. I've said before I was going to follow them, and I didn't. But I'm going to follow them now, and this is why. My children are only children for a season of time, and I don't want to miss that. But what I have found is I'm not very productive with my time, because when I get this phone out and I have messages come through, I keep that phone in my back pocket, I keep it in my purse or in my hand, and throughout the day, I'm scrambling some eggs on the stove, fixing breakfast for the kids. While I'm doing that, I've got my phone out and I'm responding. And then I put my phone down and I go about my day, and I'm vacuuming, and then I hear ding and I stop vacuuming and I pick up the phone and I stop what I'm doing with my vacuuming. So vacuuming that could take me 20 minutes ends up taking me 2 hours, because as I'm vacuuming, I'm stopping and I'm responding to people. The kids are out in the yard playing, and I'm playing ball with them, and I hear ding. I stop playing with my girls, and I go pick up my phone, and I answer a question. And those minutes that I'm never going to get back with my kids have passed because I was answering a message. All right. That doesn't paint a very pretty picture. That probably doesn't paint a picture that you want to do, that you want to achieve with your Plexus business, does it? You probably would like to have a lot more freedom than that. And the great thing about this is Plexus has provided me with so much freedom. It's unreal. This past summer, I was able to take the kids to the pool every single day. And I joked around because I was able to work my Plexus business at the pool because I had my phone there. And while they were swimming, I could message people and talk to people. And that's the beauty of it, is you can work it into the nooks and crannies of your day. But it's also the bad part of it, is because if you're not disciplined, before you know it, you could be working your Plexus business from when you get up in the morning until the time you go to bed at night, and you weren't very productive. You were reacting to people all day. And that's not the best way to be productive in your business. So I want you to imagine getting 20 messages a day throughout the day, and as you're doing other activities, you stop 20 times doing your other activities to answer messages. What if you didn't stop and you got 20 messages in the same day? but you answered them during your office hours. So let's say you have a couple different office hours, some in the morning and some at night, and you answer 10 of them in the morning, you answer 10 of them at night. It may take you 10 minutes to respond to those 10 messages in the morning and 10 minutes to respond to them at night. And that's 20 minutes of your day that you spent reacting to other people's questions instead of throughout the day, all day long, you're reacting. Does that make sense? And sometimes when you react to people all day long through messaging and things like that, a simple question can turn into a chat that ends up going on for an hour. When if you're just responding to your questions in your time frame that you have given, then you stay on task, you're more productive, and then you can spend the rest of your day living the life that you've designed. I hope that this makes sense to you, because this is what I'm going to start doing in my business, and I want to be an example to you. I want you guys to think about how you can work this business in the nooks and crannies of your day, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. If you work a full-time job and you're at that job for 8 hours, you may have some time on your lunch break. Schedule that into your office hours if that's what you need to do. Schedule your 15-minute breaks into your office hours for Plexus if that's what you need to do. But write it down and follow your office hours that you have set for yourself. So for me, and I'll be posting this in the team page, I'll be following office hours now from on Monday through Friday. I'm going to be putting in 20 hours of office hour time, okay? That doesn't mean that this is all the time I'm going to be working my Plexus business, because I also have some time that I have scheduled for focused income producing activities, meaning where I won't be answering the phone and I won't be responding to messages. I won't be looking at Facebook. This is going to be following up, things like that. So these hours here are going to be three-way calls, sending out thank you notes, sending out follow-up messages, checking on customers, checking on ambassadors, welcoming new ambassadors to the team, doing videos, things like that, things that are going to grow my business, but also it's the time that I will be responding to questions that come in throughout the days. So Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m., 2 to 4 p.m., and 9 to 10 p.m. So I scheduled it in 3 different blocks of my day because I have the freedom to do that, number one. But also that gets my day started. I'm getting up earlier than 7 a.m. Because I like to get up and get some things done before my girls get up, get some homeschool things planned and things like that, get my day focused. But I know that at 7 o'clock, that's when I sit down and I'm focused on my business for that hour. And then at 8 o'clock, it's time to start homeschooling and having breakfast and things with the kids. Again, in the afternoon from 2 to 4, that's my scheduled time where the kids will be outside playing. My husband knows that he has things that he can schedule with them. He can take them places to the park or whatever, and I'll have 2 hours where I can do three-way calls with you guys, where I can welcome new ambassadors to the team or whatever the case is that I need to do that day. And then at night, after the kids go to bed, I'm going to have an hour that I'm available to do phone calls with you, to encourage you, to follow up with people again throughout the day, answer questions, things like that. But these are the hours that I'm going to be available. Again, 7 to 8, 2 to 4, and 9 to 10. This is all Central Time. So I wanted to make that available to you so you would know what to expect if you have gotten in the habit of knowing. If I send Renee a message, she is so quick at getting back to me. You'll know now that I may not be as quick to get back to you, and it's not because I won't be answering your question, but I will be answering them when the door is open in my office. Whenever I walk away from my office and my office hours are closed, the door is closed and the cell phone's on airplane mode. So I will have my phone with me, but it will be on airplane mode, meaning no phone calls will be able to come in, no messages will be able to come in, or anything like that until I turn it back on, and that's when they will all flood in, and I'll be able to answer those questions during my office hours. I hope that this helps you. I hope that you will schedule your office hours according to the schedule that will work best for you. And you don't have to do 4 hours a day if that doesn't work for you. If it does, then I encourage it. But if it doesn't, of course, 1 hour a day. If you have to do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night, just know that the time that you put into your business must be effective time. It's not scrolling on Facebook. It's not chit-chatting with your best friend. This is the time that you are doing the activities that will grow your business, posting on Facebook, contacting your prospects, following up with people, sending thank you cards to your customers, checking up on their progress, doing things like that. There's all sorts of income producing activities that you can do. Make a list every day and know what you're going to do during that time frame that you are working your business, and be productive during that time. That's my goal for me, and that's my goal for you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks, guys.